Welcome to Scene Invaders. I'm Dan, and let's talk the White Lotus Season 3, Episode 5, called Full Moon Party. So I don't know about you, but after this episode, I really want to go to Thailand. It looks like a lot of fun. A lot of fun, especially during the Full Moon Party. This episode I really enjoyed. We didn't get much more info on who could be the murderer or who could have been killed, but I do have some theories I'm going to predict by the end of the video. But this episode, you had drugs, you had raves, you had a surprise cameo, and let's rewind for a second. Who plays that character? I don't know who it is. Hopefully it's a really good actor. They usually are really good at casting roles, so I'm excited to see that. Was hoping it was going to be someone good, and they got Sam Rockwell for the role. Real quick, if you've never seen the movie Moon, do yourself a favor. After you watch this video, go watch Moon. It's so good. Alright, let's recap Full Moon Party. It was really good. Set during the massive full moon celebration in Thailand. Like I said, be really fun to go to. And our guests are letting loose in ways that are equal parts hilarious and horrifying. Horrifying for the Ratliff family, hilarious for the three girls. The Ratliff family is unraveling. I mean, you saw what Tim tried to do to himself at the end of the episode. And this frame right here is the new meme anytime the Duke basketball team loses a game. You're going to see it everywhere. Anytime they lose a game. If they lose in March Madness, you're going to see this picture all over the internet. So yeah, after stealing Gaitak's gun last week, he's now writing suicide notes, and then after that, after Victoria walked in on him, right when he was about to do it, it looked like, he started asking God to help.
Please, God, please tell me what to do.
There's people in the comment section thinking that Greg, I call him Greg, he's Greg, that Greg is gonna talk to him and try to wiggle his way out of his legal issues. Maybe that's possible. I still think Tim dies by the end of the season. I think we're gonna get multiple deaths, and Tim's gonna be one of them for sure. Just by the way his story's going, it seems like it's only fitting if he gets locked up or dies. Only two options I see with Tim. So Piper told them that she wants to stay in Thailand for a year and study Buddhism. They're not too happy about that. Well, Victoria wasn't. Tim was checked out the whole episode. He was just thinking about all the stress that's going on in his life. And he had a little monologue in the end about how stressed he is and all that. And Victoria doesn't know what's going on, but she can sort of sense it. I don't know. She kind of seems like a space cadet because she also called Thailand Taiwan.
You want to live in Taiwan? What?
You don't even know what country you're in that your daughter wants to move to. All right, let's move on. Over to the party yacht. Looks like a ton of fun. I'm not going to lie. So Saxon, Lachlan, Chloe, and Chelsea, they're partying. Is it going to go bad or good? Chloe said, Greg could kill me. I could see him killing me if I cheated on him.
Well, Gary might kill me. I honestly think he's capable of it.
But she doesn't seem to care.
But you know what? Right now, that is a chance I'm willing to take.
To tell you the truth, I'm surprised that she's going with Lachlan instead of Saxon. I thought the way it was building up, that it was going to be her and Saxon hooking up, but it looks like for sure, I mean, they kissed. It looks like she's definitely going to hook up with Lachlan.
I like the little magician. I just like innocent young guys.
But I said, in the first review of this season that I did, I said that I felt family love vibes between the Ratliff siblings. And they kiss, the brothers kiss for a while? That was weird. That was so weird. Didn't need that. Editor Dan here. I'm not clipping that in. You saw it once. That's enough. The girls laugh it off like it was a game. But to me, it seems like Lachlan is trying to do something. I don't know. He said he was going to take him down in this episode. It's just weird. I didn't need that. That was super strange. Then you got the frenemies. Now, Jacqueline, Laurie, and Kate, they got along as best as they could this episode. There was no shit talking behind each other's back. But you did have Jacqueline hook up with Valentine when she was saying that she was trying to hook him up with Laurie. So maybe that comes back to bite her in the ass when they find out about it. Because, of course, you know they're going to find out about it.
Laurie, you're a very, very sexy dancer.
Now, Belinda, her storyline takes a bit of a darker turn because she's freaked out about Greg, right? And she confides in Porn Chai. That's the way she says his name. If there's a proper way to pronounce it, let me know in the comment section. But he agrees to stay the night for comfort, protection, whatever you want to say. They end up kissing. I kind of saw that coming. They were flirting a lot. And then Rick, he's in Bangkok meeting an old friend, played by Sam Rockwell. The guy's name's Frank, which was a great surprise for me. I'm a big Sam Rockwell fan. I love his work. And he has this insane monologue about his wild past and all the things he was addicted to. You watched the episode. It was a crazy monologue. But then he found peace through religion, Buddhism, and now he's this different guy. But he still brought Rick a gun.
I also wanted to bring you what you asked for. I appreciate it.
And he's still down to help Rick in his plan when he goes to see Jim Hollinger, and he's gonna, play a part in this scheme or whatever Rick is trying to do.
It's not a big deal, just a little role play.
Hey, well, I owe you one, so let me know.
Is he going to try to kill him? Maybe. There's people in the comment section, and I agree that I think it's possible that Jim is actually Rick's father, and the mother gave the name just so he would seek him out, and that his father didn't actually die, and his father's been Jim all along. I'm with that theory with you guys in the comment section. I think that could be the case. But he's got a gun. What's he going to do? Is he going to make a dumb decision? Chelsea certainly seems to think so. She's worried about him the entire episode. She finally lets loose at the end, but she's so worried about what he's going to do. And so am I. He could kill the guy. We'll see. All right, let's analyze some things to unpack this madness. So it's peak White Lotus. You got excess, desire, teetering on the edge of disaster. It's just that little bit more you need. It's like right there, and then boom. Gonna go crazy. That's why I think this season's on par with season 2. Not as good as season 1 yet, but I'm really enjoying this season. Hopefully you guys agree with me in the comment section. I think they're doing a great job. Mike White just kills it. I mean, sign me up for 10 seasons of this show. I'm here for it. I think if he can come up with a good idea and a good story in a different location year after year, do it as long as you can, man. It's so good. You got a great thing going for you. Keep doing it. You keep waiting for something terrible to happen, right? Don't you have that vibe when you're watching this show? It's like, when's the you know something crazy is going to happen with the shooting, but could there be something before that? Is there something we don't know? We saw the poisonous fruits in episode 1. Could someone eat one of those fruits and die? Could that be the body that we saw floating in episode 1? Maybe it was that and it wasn't connected to the shooting at all, because the shooting seemed like it was pretty far away, but the body was right next to Zion. So that could just be a total accident. I'm just throwing shit out there. You never know. But you get these bizarre, unexpected moments, and it's funny, and it's bad, but it's great television. So last time I'm talking about this, the Lachlan-Saxon kiss. The incest hints were right there in front of your face in episode 1. They were right there, and I said it. You could feel it. You just could feel it. Even with Piper and Lachlan, they seem like they kind of want to bang. It's weird. I don't like the incest shit, but a lot of popular shows do it. Look at Game of Thrones. Look at Back to the Future. It's there in pop culture. Writers like it. I don't know. So is he just high and drunk, or is there something deeper there? Is he trying to do something to his brother? Saxon, in this episode, he said he's all about control, right? So Lachlan's kind of rebelling, taking the control back, peer pressuring him to take the drug.
Hey. Okay.
He said he doesn't do drugs, but then he takes the pill, assuming it was ecstasy or something like that.
I don't normally take drugs, so don't take advantage of me. Let's go.
And then he gets in a position where he kind of makes out with his brother. Just strange. And the one day I'm going to take you down line. There's something to it there. I think Lachlan might be trying to make a fool of his brother or do something to take control. Since Saxon said he's the one about control, he's like, okay, you think I'm just this little shit 18-year-old? I can one-up you. Just watch. So watch out for that. So Tim's breakdown, I mean, obviously unaliving themselves, anyone in any situation, I'm totally against it. I actually witnessed that in real life one time. It's horrible. You never ever want that to happen to anyone under any circumstances. And if you or anyone you know is going through it, there's a hotline. I'll put it up right now. Call that number. It's not anything to joke about. That's where he is right now, right? He doesn't want to go to jail. If he goes back to America, he's going to jail. For maybe not that long, but he's definitely going. He was at that point where he had the gun, he put the gun to his head, and he was going to do it, but then Victoria walked out. So it's crazy. It got to that point. We thought that last week, right? Why would he take the gun? He has no one there that he wants to get revenge on. It's got to be for him, right? So he still has the gun. Will he eventually do it? I don't know, but I see him dying or locked up. Lock that in. That is my guess with Tim on this season. I think the monologue that Sam Rockwell delivered was kind of there to give Rick, Walton Goggins' character, perspective about accepting his life as a good thing. I mean, he's got some good things going. Who knows how he made the money he made, but he's got a great girlfriend who absolutely adores him. Chelsea is so cute. She's great. She's supportive. She protects him. She's awesome. My favorite character in the show. So I think it was about perspective to be like, yo, chill. Things aren't so bad. So hopefully he realizes that. Hopefully he doesn't commit a murder, by killing Jim. We'll see. Because his monologue was all about how it's never enough, right? No matter what you do, it's never enough. So I think if he sits and ponders on that, reflects on that a little bit, he can accept that his life is actually not so bad, and he can stop being so grumpy. Jacqueline sleeping with Valentine. Some of you might think that was inevitable. Me, myself, I thought that he was going to sleep with Laurie. She's the single one. The friends were saying, hey, go ahead and do it. Maybe bang 2 of them. They were saying that type of thing. When he texted her and he came to their place, I was surprised. I didn't see that coming, but it is fitting for Michelle Monaghan's character, Jacqueline, because she is so insecure about her husband not calling her back, who was 10 years younger than her, and she needs that validation, right? She's that type of character that needs someone to say, you're beautiful all the time. That's the vibe I get from her, and the sneakiness that they all have, the cattiness behind each other's backs. You see it. That's the type of people they are. I mean, she's a famous actress in the show that she's playing an actress. It seems like that's what she just needed, someone to say, hey, you're beautiful, or someone that wants her. So that's why she did that. Belinda's fear of Greg, it's killing me. She better not die, but I could see it happening. It's a character that was in season 1. People like this character. Natasha Rothwell is phenomenal in the role, and I think next season they're going to bring back Portia and show her storyline after she went through what she went through. She was almost killed. She knows that Tanya was killed, so she has all that information. So maybe if Belinda survives and them two meet up, it's cool, but I think Greg's done by the end of this season anyway. He's been in every season. I think he's going to die. The vibe of the episode is basically a fever dream. You're swept up in the party, but there's like something out there that someone's not making it out. And we know that. We know that as a fact. So we're past the halfway point now, but there's 8 episodes in the season. This was episode 5. There's a lot more to come. It's going to be fun. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. All right, some theories. Number 1, the gun Rick got from Frank. It has to tie in with the revenge plot against Jim, the hotel owner that he thinks killed his dad. That now we're saying could be his dad. I'm betting he's planning to use it on him. Why else would he get it? It makes no other sense, right? Why else would you need a gun when you're going to meet this guy? You're acting like you want his wife to act in a movie for this big director. It's right there in front of your face. Just like with Tim getting his, why would he need his gun? To do what he almost did in this episode. So I think that's pretty obvious. Hopefully he changes his mind. And how about this? Greg was not in this episode. Maybe he's lurking. Maybe he's watching Belinda. Could he be the one that ends up dead? Or could he be the one that's shooting? Or one of the people that's shooting? It seemed like there was a lot of people shooting in that scene. And now for your theory time, who's the body from the premiere? Right now, if I had to guess, it would be Guy Talk or Tim. You can't really see the body when it's floating. It's so quick. They do that for a reason, right? They don't want to give away the answer. I think it could be either one of those two. Guy Talk seems like, all Guy Talk wants is a date with Mook. He's a good guy. He's got a good heart. He's done nothing wrong. So for him to be killed off and him to be that body that we saw floating just makes sense. It's something that the White Lotus would do. And the other one, like I said, Tim, because I see him dying. But drop your theories below. Who do you think's floating and who do you think's shooting? It's a lot to go with. All right, my favorite part of these videos, my favorite moments section. Of course, Tim got caught stealing the gun. Why would you think this very expensive hotel would not have security cameras? It reminds me of a story, has to stay between us. Got it? Cool. I used to work at this place, and this woman that worked there did not like the manager. She went to the manager's desk, which had a camera on it, took her keys, and threw them behind a safe. They looked at the footage, and they fired her. Camera's right there. Okay? You have to see that. Tim, what are you thinking, dude? And he denies it. He goes to him, yeah, I'm missing something. I think you know what? I don't know what you're talking about. Guy Talk, come on.
I cannot find something. I think you have it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Say it with your chest. You know he took it. You saw it. Come on. So hopefully next week he steps up and he talks to him. The part with Chelsea, she's so adorable when she says this.
He gets into fights, but I'm always there to calm him down. He's like my child. He's 50.
So funny. And the relationship between Chelsea and Chloe is very good. They have great chemistry together. They perfectly fit each other. It's like they were soulmates to be best friends, right? Don't you see that? They have such a good time together and they just met. Love their relationship. When Belinda was talking to Fabian about Greg,
and I think he could be, dangerous. He killed his wife.
all I could think of was this. Told you I was going to put it in every video, but no, for real, I feel very worried for Belinda, and hopefully she doesn't die. Oh, and Valentine and his friends definitely 100% robbed the place. There were 2 robbers, 1 Valentine. He stood there at the guard shack, he distracted Guy Talk, and he let his friends go in. They robbed the place and left. It makes total sense. The number of people they introduced us to these characters, why else introduce us and have him standing there in the middle of it so that the thing couldn't shut? It couldn't shut anymore because he was standing right there. It makes perfect sense. They definitely robbed the place. I am sure of that. But that's it for episode 5. I loved it. What did you guys think? That's what's more important. I'm going to do a theory video, I think, next week. So get your comments in. I'm going to read them and react to them. And let's talk together about it. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to get killed? Who's the shooter? Are there multiple shooters? How many deaths? I'm thinking like 4 or 5. I think they might go for it. But what was your favorite moment this episode? I thought it was so good. Sam Rockwell's monologue was so well delivered. That guy's the best. Check out Moon as soon as you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.
When they see you naked, they shake, and you can see their little hearts beating inside their chests.